Next question.
Hi. Oh my God. You guys are just really great, and I was wondering, like, you guys are so dedicated to science and having fun and blowing stuff up. Like, your creativity, the drive you get just to complete the myth, no matter what it takes to get there. It seems like you guys have discovered, like, no matter what it takes to get there, you guys have discovered alternate paths, different paths that no one probably in their right mind ever thought about doing. Have people, like, have law enforcement, the Army, have they ever gone to you for consultant?
Absolutely. One of the things that happened recently is that because those 2 episodes we've been working on that will be part of published papers, is that we had these scientific experts on set, and the relationship between us and them isn't us going, is this what we should do? It's actually us really collaborating on this peerage level, which is really, it's totally lovely, because the experience that we've all had over the years of doing this stuff makes us problem solvers that these guys actually turn to and go, this is great, I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, a long time ago we did I think it was exploding airplane. What did we call that?
It was explosive decompression, where firing a bullet inside a plane will cause it to, be sucked through a tiny bullet hole.
Yeah, well, the guys from Oak Ridge actually called us and wanted footage because they'd been trying to do that experiment for a long time, and normally they would just go buy an aircraft and test it, which involved blowing it up or something. Of course, we figured out other ways of doing that, like...
Sorry, I was making a fart joke. Go ahead.
Is there something you want to say?
No. There's actually a giant ball joke in there somewhere. You didn't make it, so go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, they consulted with us, and I actually do a fair amount of work on the side for the military. We've developed new types of armor, specifically developed or aimed at protecting soldiers from blast fragments. Most armor is initially designed to protect against shrapnel, but these days with IEDs and they're putting explosives out there that are just like a milk carton of Semtex or something, and the vehicle or whatever could be left intact, but the shockwave is moving so fast that it just ruptures flesh, and so these shockwaves are actually a significant risk. So we've been working on that, as well as we've been doing. We've developed dummies for medic training, so that when blasts do occur, actually it's not just for medics now. They're out there and used for soldiers in general. Anytime a patrol goes out or whatever, if a bomb goes off, somebody gets their legs blown off. These guys have already tested on a dummy that has his legs blown off that we designed. So we are doing that.
All right, real quick. Has there ever been a point where the myth did not work during the experimental phase, or it just got too dangerous? They had completely redesigned it?
They had to what?
Completely redesigned it.
Absolutely, that happens all the time. And we usually make it part of the narrative. One of my favorite things about the show is we might go all the way down what turns out to be a blind alley, and we'll build that into the narrative and then go figure out exactly how to do the thing. That's some of the most fun we get to do.
Yeah, there are times that we end up going down a path that, well, if it doesn't turn out the way that we expected it to, we can't just say, well, gee, I don't know. We end up having to come up with, busted, plausible, or confirmed, or whatever. And so it makes us pause a little bit, but usually there's some way that we can figure out to get a handle on the subject that makes it interesting, provides, things like balls of glass filled with, red paint or something. But these days we've been a lot more successful with instrumentation. We've gotten a number of companies involved that actually have sensors that occasionally we destroy, but we've learned how to very carefully place them, and we're actually getting good, solid data on some of these destructive things. That's exciting.
Yeah, there's a moment at the end of Dive to Survive here, didn't it? about where Diving Survivors. The moment at the end of Diving Survivor, we had saved all the data on set. Jamie and I didn't get to see any of the data until the final reveal. And we sat down and our guy with the instrumentation crunched all the numbers and he showed us this flowchart. And the data was so beautiful that I believe I pounded on the table. I was like literally pounding the table with joy over numbers. And that was thrilling.
Yeah, this is primarily coming from National Instruments, and they have a guy that actually knows how to do this stuff instead of us, buying a box and trying to figure out how to make it work ourselves.
But there are still situations where we describe what we want to do, and the sensor instrumentation people go, "You want to do what?" That technology doesn't exist yet.
Well, it's usually that, most sensors are designed for human safety, which means at the point at which things are no longer safe for a human, the sensor doesn't need to measure anymore. The sensor says, get out of the room at this point. We want to know, well past get out of the room. We want to know the body separated into several large chunks point. And the sensors often can't handle that.
Yeah. So you guys want to do one more question or two? Two. Two. They said two. So, next question.
Hey guys, huge fans of the show, and I was wondering how much we as fans contribute to the number of myths that you do. Like, how many comes from the fan base?
Tons.
Tons?
Yeah, one way or another, it all. Yeah, I have to say, one way or another, it all comes from you, because it's if not directly through emails or other means of communicating with us, it's popular culture. It's stuff that's out there that we pick up. We'll see stuff on the net ourselves, or see stuff in the media, and then we'll try it. It's not. This isn't stuff that we're inventing. It's all you.
But this is no. I mean, it sounds like a trope, but it's no BS. Honestly, when people come up to us on the street all the time with ideas, most of them are good ideas. They're either something we've already tested or something that's on our list. But if it's not, it goes right on the list. And that fan interaction of people who get the show, get what we're doing, understand the way we do it, and contribute to it is fantastic. So, I love it when 10-year-old kids come up to me and tell me what I got wrong on last week's episode. It happens all the time.
One more, last question. Thank you.
Thank you. First off, you guys are amazing. My husband and I watch you every time. And my question's for Carrie. You've done an amazing job. And when you were pregnant, what was the worst time when you were pregnant on the job?
For me, it was the smells. We have smells on Mythbusters that most people don't actually get to experience. Wolf urine. Top of the list, rotting meat is always a really, really good one. You know how nauseous you get when you're pregnant? I spent a lot of time almost throwing up.
She was an easy target, let's just say.
Only these guys would try to make a pregnant woman fall in love.
It's payback.
Let's just say at one point, somebody unplugged a refrigerator that was chock full of experiments.
Oh.
Came back on Monday after a weekend of rotting, and the refrigerator was opened, and we actually had to clear out the shop because everybody was retching. Everybody.
Just to clarify, we have a separate refrigerator for our human food and a separate one for experiments only.
You put one human skull full of udon noodles next to something's lunch.